Good day. This is Milton Flanagan with Flanagan Financial Services. In a recent article from GoBank stated, a worrying trend has begun to take shape in Social Security's cash reserves. For the first time since 1982, Social Security's investments have actually lost more than they have brought in. You could think of it as fewer people working and paying into Social Security, so there's less money in the Social Security pot. Social Security's retirement investments operate much like a traditional balance sheet. Each year, total revenue is determined in the form of taxes taken out of our paychecks every 2 weeks. Social Security is funded through payroll taxes, and since 1982, 1 year before its last major bipartisan overhaul, the program has consistently brought in more revenue every year than it has paid out. From then until 2020. Social Security's assets have increased from $25 billion to almost $3 trillion. It has been projected that Social Security could become insolvent between 2034 and 2036. Should that occur, it is projected, unless major changes are implemented, that the average Social Security benefit could see their Social Security benefit reduced by about 25%. Since the onset of pandemic, though, things have shifted dramatically. An already aging baby boomer population and global pandemic were enough of an impetus for a mass wave of resignations and early retirements beginning in late 2020. The sudden pressure on distributions was enough to deplete Social Security's cash reserves so much that for the first time in history, it is in the red. What's more, the rapid depletion is only projected to get worse. The Board of Trustees of Social Security expects Social Security's cash reserves to whittle down to just $1.35 trillion in the next 8 years. So, what are your options? If you're currently receiving benefits, the chances are most likely you'll not see much of a change. With that being said, though, you probably wouldn't want to bet your house on it. For those of us not receiving Social Security benefits, implementing a sound financial strategy for retirement may be key to your financial retirement success. If you believe that retirement is around the corner or within the next several years, then consider the following. Understanding your expenses. If you don't understand what your expenses will be in retirement, you'd better get a handle on it. Failing to account for the money being spent could lead to disaster. It could be time now to determine if you need to make changes should your income decline. Better to overestimate your expenses by 5 to 10% than to underestimate them by 5 to 10%. 2. Inflation. If inflation continues to persist, could your retirement income cover the additional costs? Develop and implement a sound retirement income strategy. Remember, once you hang up the cleats, the thought is you're never going to go back to the game. So if the money you've saved is well invested and all you have, do you have enough to live off of? Could you live off of that money? When you decide to retire, and it does not matter when, if you own property, then in retirement there will be 2 mandatory expenses. First, property taxes. The city, county, state want their money, and they expect that you will continue to pay the bill. If your property taxes are $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 or more, will you have those funds available? And what if they continue to increase in the future? Can you afford the increases of the higher taxes? 2, medical insurance. Medicare is not optional for most people in retirement. So when you retire, will you be able to cover those medical costs? Currently, traditional Medicare and the supplements could cost around $300 or more per person per month. So for a married couple, that could easily be $7,000 to $8,000 or more per year. Add the 2 together, and you could, after taxes, need $12,000 to $20,000 or more, depending on your situation. And you thought all you needed for retirement was just to sign up for Social Security. Well, unfortunately, it's not that simple. Retiring today is much more complex than it was 5, 10, 15, or 20 years ago. So it is important to have a solid plan. If you'd like to discuss your retirement income options or any other of your plans, please give me a call, Milton Flanagan, at 630-235-5273, or you can email me at mflanagan, that's F as in Frank, LANAGAN, at FlanaganFinancialServices.net. and we can talk more about your particular situation. If you'd like to visit my website, www.flanaganfinancialservices.net, and you can find much more information there, as well as a link to purchasing my book, Retiring Income in Retirement For. If you have questions on that, please feel free to give me a call. Again, this is Milton Flanagan. I look forward to speaking with you.